Good morning and welcome to Coffee at the Manor, the bestest place to startest your day with all the news, reviews and things you never knew you needed to know. On today's show, sometimes that's a breath. On today's show then, we have a delightful sneaky peeky at part 2 of the Beeston banana mystery. Yes, indeed, this new video is a beauty. And I'm giving you a little sneaky peeky treat for you this morning to have a little look at that. Also in the news, of course, we've got a woman who's got a unique opportunity to bag a job and seems to be in a bit of a pickle. And we've got stupid bosses and other ways of getting some job stoppers. So do please join us today for this edition of Coffee at the Manor. Good morning of the good mornings to you all. Over in the chat, we've got Lady Dearest Floods by Dearest. How the devil are you? They've got some blizzard on the prairie over there, blimey. As you can see, I've actually got nice. Where is it? There, I have nice on the window. That's so blimey. That's a bit of a thing. A very good morning to you. Yes, thumbs up. Yes, thank likey, thummy thing. That would be fantastic. And hello again. We've got Lady Baskets in the thing as well. Good job. I have a cat who's trying to make entry into the room. If I wasn't wearing silly trousers, I'd get up and do it. So then, good morning to you all. I hope you are well. I've got a little bit of personal news to share with you. I am now a certified piercing person. Yes, indeed, I have passed the course. And so now I'm perfectly at will to go start making holes in people. Delightful. So, if you need a hole and you can pay my airfare, I'll come over there to you and stick a thing in whatever it is you want me to do. Good morning to you, GJG. How the devil are you? I hope you are very, very well. So as I say, we've got a couple of things. I'm going to start off with the little sneaky peeky, which isn't that long. I think it's about sort of 5-6 minutes. So it's not a huge one, but I think it's a delight, and I'd love to share it with you before, just in case I edit for the next thing. Also, so we're going to show you that, and we do have some fun stuff with the news afterwards. So I do hope you enjoy that. I am, of course, hoping that the internet, please, gods of internet, do me a favor and keep this well flowing. So yes, let's hand on over to myself doing the Lord Lukan thing. Absolutely. Did you notice I have 3 new ones in one ear? There you go. Yes. Yes. I know. I'm allowed to do it now. Thank you very much. So the Lord Lukan body modification idea is on its way. Yes, the Lord Lukan body mods. Yes, there you go. I shall have to do a body mod, a couple of body mod shorts or reels or something when I to advertise myself. Anyway, so apart from that, we are going to take a trip over, and it is, of course, share some love with Mr. Mustard, Lord Mustard, who is there with me. It is a partnership, of course, this banana hunting. So do please share some love with him, if you would, please. Thank you very much. So I'm not going to bang on much longer. I'm going to avoid saying usual YouTube things, and I'm going to pop straight over there. So I will see you in a few minutes. I do hope you enjoy part 2, or the beginning or bits of part 2 of the thing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that lots. I'm rambling. Do take care. See you in a minute. Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan. It's time to peel your nanas and chuck some honey around as we head into part 2 of the Beeston banana mystery. And please welcome my partner in bananas, Mr. Mustard Yellow.
Previously, our banana hunters missed the nefarious banana person by mere moments. And this month, they're going back to embrace their bananas and the bananas of the local population, with the intention of understanding the motivation behind the monthly maneuver. Their hometown swell with pride as they leave to investigate this mystery further.
Excuse me, sir, are you excited about the next installment of the Banana Hunters?
Never be heard it, Tom. Never be heard it, Tom.
Never heard of it.
So come with us now, as we join Lord Lukan and Mustard Yellow heading to the scene. Will they get the answers they want? Will the banana person turn up if there's an audience? Stay tuned for the next gripping episode of the Beeston Banana Mystery.
We are going back to Nottingham, yes indeed. I'm here on the M25, the pulsating vein that runs the length of London, yes indeed. On my way up to Nottinghamshire, to Lincoln, or is it Lincoln in Lincolnshire? I don't know where the hell I'm going, but I'm going somewhere, yes. And it's quite nice, I've got you over there to talk to, which is lovely. So then, here we are on the motorway. I am travelling at an incredible 11 miles an hour. We're now travelling 15 miles an hour. So dazzling with my speed report.
Continue on M25 for 19 miles.
Speed update, I'm totally doing the limit. 9. I am travelling now at a staggering 9 miles an hour. Speed update, I'm going woohoo miles an hour. Oh, fucking hell. So, back down to 3, delightful. On the Great British motorways, yes indeedy. I've set off early enough to get there, which is fantastic. But the traffic is an arse. I probably look really vain to people. They probably think, ooh, look at this guy, he looks like filming stuff. Traffic along. I'm really not this vain. I'm not. I should put a little sign on my window on the outside saying, I'm really not this vain, it's for a thing I'm doing. And so now, just going to sit here for about another 3 hours. Mustard, of course, did this trip for me last time. So I'm saving him the trip and I'm driving my own arse. Queue of traffic over there. I really hope we don't get that. Mustard is on his way and we can see him on his way right here.
So it is currently 5 PM on the 1st of March 2025. With it being the 1st of the month, that can only mean one thing is imminent: the bananas. So just 45 miles to go now. I'm somewhere near a place called Rugby, which probably had something to do with some sport that people play, you know.
Is pretty serious. Look at this.
They used to make you play that at school. They used to have to go and run around a bloody frozen pitch with the solid ground, and your PE teacher will shout at you if you don't go and, I don't know, punch the next guy in the neck or something, you know what I mean? If I didn't see that van change, oh my goodness me, we'd be in the back of a Mercedes right now. Sounds like a stripper. You can imagine that phone call to the wife, couldn't you? Sort of like, oh, sorry darling, I'm hanging out the back of a Mercedes right now. Shh, Mercedes, I'm on the phone to the missus. Not far out now. That golden hour sun is now directly in front of me, which makes reading road signs exorbitantly difficult. Past me. Can you believe there was a faster route? Oh my goodness, is that Nirvana kicking in suddenly? Oh my god, no, it's not right. Fuck it! I'm in the car again. I am hoofing my way to Beeston as we speak. Lord Lukan will be there very shortly, I think, in order to have our presence at the location to make sure we don't miss anything. There's various other mysteries that he needs to pick up, mostly to do with a silver bear money box, but we'll have a look at that when we get there. I am currently 45 minutes away, but I need to stop en route. Not that that's really important or anybody cares, but it's got to be done because we need some bananas. Why wouldn't you? I'm at Muriel Road which is not too far at all now. Actually, I'm just a couple of minutes away from the place. I am very excited. I also really need a wee, which are two things that are not great if you've got to sit still for a period of time. But here we are. We are just rolling in. Not far at all now. I think I might have come in the wrong end. Look at this, I fucked it up again. Okay, back in the right direction. Always handy. Thank you very much, polite people around here. Thank you very much, people of Beeston. Yes, I've come to solve your banana problem for you, Beeston people. Here we go. Oh, I'm excited. I know exactly where we are now. We are literally tens of yards. We are here. Always a good sign to see no bananas. But I am going to take prime banana position right here on the side because I want the best shots. Yes, indeedy. All right, here I am. Wicked. So, we're on a stakeout together. How is it? Not bad, huh? It's I've chosen a really, really great place. Look at that. Look at right there. See, now I'm looking in your direction, so I don't look like a crazy person looking out the window generally. But it's weird, isn't it? When you're sitting here like this, everybody's a suspect. Yes, indeed. Look at this shifty piece of work coming up the road here. Yeah, look, see. I've got my eyes on you. This is a little bit bizarre. You've got to admit. I feel quite silly. Although, you wait till you see what we're about to do. And you will notice that silly doesn't quite cover. It. Still, I'm going to hold up my phone like this. Just so that I look like I'm talking to my phone. See, convincing. I could have been an actor. See now, I am now talking to my phone. And so clearly that is a perfectly reasonable thing to do in the street rather than sit here talking to a camera. I'm really self-conscious. I can't decide if it's because somebody's watching me or because generally I'm feeling pretty self-conscious because this is a strange thing to do. So what are you hoping to see today?
Well, hopefully we'll see who's the culprit.
The banana person. Have you got any theories yourself?
I don't know.
Well, there you go. So, why don't you say, and back now to the studio.
I'm back down to the studio.
My mic is there we go, and that was the first part of the delightful part 2 of the Banana Hunters. Do please stay around for that. We bump into some more characters, and Mark, the honorary Banana Hunter, is a delight as well. He's in there too. So do stick around. Hopefully, I'll have that up for you this evening, and you can watch the full thing. It's marvel. I could make a 2-hour video out of all the stuff that we've shot. Yes, that's what happens when you leave a guy alone in a car for 3 hours. Yes, there you go. So then, I hope you enjoy. We'll go to that very soon. Now, we are, of course, going to stick with some news today. I'm going to keep it rolling. And an interesting one that caught my eye in the press today was this particular headline. Oh, hello, I've disappeared. Hello, there I am again. Hello. So it was this particular headline that popped up that I enjoyed. It was, I was offered a job interview after an awkward mishap, but now I have a problem. I mean, how could you resist such a thing? So bear with me. Let's have a little look and see what we think, shall we? It is kind of a who's the arsehole story. What would you do in this scenario? Let's have a look, shall we? Right, so a woman has said she isn't sure whether she wants to attend a job interview after she was offered it following a huge mix-up in the company's emails. She sought advice online, probably Reddit. I imagine we were Redditing. Sometimes a happy accident can lead you to landing your dream job. Now, is this an honest thing to do or not? I think the majority of us, whether we'd admit it or not, would do the thing that this woman does. But let's see. So job hunting can be a frustrating process, of course. Then it builds us into the story. Anyway, however, one woman was left puzzled when she received an unexpected email from a prospective employer. Shannon Brooke shared on TikTok, oh, there you go, we wasn't ready then, that she'd been job hunting. A few days after sending a CV and a cover letter to a company, she received a peculiar email. Excuse me. An employee at the company had intended to forward Shannon's emails details to a colleague to discuss the potential interview, but accidentally sent the email directly to Shannon. The email said, her experience is largely assessment-based. It's 3 years ago that she did her master's, then worked at a coffee shop afterwards. I put her in the maybe pile. Well, now those of you who are one step ahead, and I'm sure many of you are, because you're a smart bunch of people, you can see what's coming, can't you, really? So Shannon replied, of course she did. Of course she did. To tackle the awkward blunder as if she was in on the situation, chiming in, yeah, I get that, but she's got a history of good rapport building with young people, plus she's managed a team. I put her in the yes pile. You would, though, wouldn't you? Well, you would. But you've also got to be very, very careful that you've oversold yourself a wee touch. Impressed by her quick thinking, the respondent from the company admitted laughing off the mistake. And informed Shannon she had landed herself in the very probable pile for an interview due to her witty response. See, look at this. So honesty kind of prevailed very slightly. You would, though, wouldn't you? I mean, I would certainly do that. You go all kinds of things, actually. I once wrote to a design company and said I looked like the stunt double for one of the people that worked there. Instantly, they said, oh, hello, well, we quite like the look of you. What are your rates? I said, oh, well, that was easy. So you can get jobs in strange ways. However, Shannon had reservations about going through the interview after identifying an issue. Like she couldn't do the job, probably. The lack of an apology, which she judged as unprofessional. Oh, well, okay then. To add to her doubts, the email sender turned out to be the company's CEO. CEO. Oh, fuck. Yes. Concerned over the CEO's oversight, Shannon remarked she never apologized, which I think is weird. Like, all right, so you're expecting an apology from the CEO of the company for sending an email to the wrong person? Yeah. You've been jobless long? Anyway, I looked it up because she put her name at the end of the email and she is the CEO of the company. The CEO, now they have offered me an interview and I don't know if it's just my pride, but I don't know if I want to work for somebody who doesn't apologize. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Hang on a second. So you've got the thing that you wanted in the first place and now it's just not bloody good enough because there might be some feelings involved. Did you not want this job? I didn't want it anyway. What was it? God knows what the job was for. But anyway, commenters rallied behind Shannon. Why? Oh, urging her to go for the interview. Yes, good. Yeah, get her to the damn interview. They argued that the CEO's accidental email wasn't negative and actually provided really good feedback on Shannon's CV, which I think is like the normal thing. Would we not normally complete that? I don't know. But anyway, one commenter pointed out, but what do you mean? Maybe piles are a common technique to sift through applications, and any of us can end up there. Oh, I don't care what this person says. Fuck off. Another said, you responded in a jokey manner, which I respect a lot. And she replied, acknowledging her mistake, but also keeping the joke going. Well, yes, exactly. Let's see what we've got. I'm with you. Yes, absolutely, Lady Venus. Yeah, dumbass. Absolute dumbass. Just take the bloody job. And if you're not quite there, just say you're going to learn or whatever people say in those situations. I can do it. I can pretty well do it. Yeah, I think it was like Clint Eastwood or someone who said that he actually managed to get all those jobs because he lied about being able to ride a horse. Can you ride a horse? Yeah. And he had like 2 weeks to ride a fucking horse. I don't know if it's Clint Eastwood, some famous actor. Maybe Mustard, if you could, if you were around. I don't know if you were around. You were around. Anyway. Yes, indeed. So I believe that the applicant then just turned into a twat. Really, she just completely managed to fluke herself into the job that she wanted. Got off the no. It's all a bit awkward. Yeah, you shouldn't work there. Also a strange thing, but bosses, of course, are kind of odd people. My dad once told me of a story where he was once asked for an interview, how many piano tuners are there in London? And the key to it then was to sort of say, well, no, there's this many people in London, probably this many people have pianos. You do a bit of shaky maths and they go, oh, wow, you can negotiate a problem and stuff like that. Yeah, I bet. But it's only like Tupperware parties that she gets invited to, though, doesn't she? No important parties. Won't be at our party, will she? No. Pooping at the party. Anyway, so yes, bosses equal arseholes in ways. So I wanted to take you to this particular boss who falls into that category of twat with his puzzle test that he does in every interview. I mean, this guy's just fucking about, but he's also a consultant and like hires people from major companies. Not a banana party. Not over there. I think that might be a touch too exciting. Bananas at a party for these people. It's like the ex-prime minister over here, Theresa May. She was once interviewed, and they said, "What was the most exciting thing you've ever done? The most rebellious thing?" And she said, "Well, I ran through a field of corn." I mean, come on, call yourself a politician. Should be sucking feet or something, you know. Anyway, so over to the boss. So these are the crazy, weird ass questions that this guy likes to do. So yeah, you do whether or not you want to work for him, that's up to you. So so before attending a job interview, most candidates spend hours researching the company and preparing answers to commonly asked questions. You know, like what is it you do? I've got a great question for the end. Anyway. But it doesn't matter how hard you prepare, and you can never guarantee the interviewer is going to throw a curveball your way to try and trip you up. That's exactly what one boss was doing when he was interviewing job seekers for a position in his company. As he says, it might have to weed out those unsuitable for the role. Managers do have special tests for interviewers that you can put them through without them knowing. They'll know it's a fucking interview. It's like, you know, they do that sort of like, oh, hi, yeah, we're going to walk you around a little bit first and have like that off-key kind of like, you know, sort of unofficial chat. It's never, the second you walk through that door, you are at the job interview. The second you leave it, you are probably still in the job interview until you leave the damn place. Do people not understand? But anyway, so explained that he uses a jigsaw test to see how candidates respond. I mean, this is not only self-indulgent, but it's also incredibly pointless. And I think I know which category I fall into as we go, and I'm sure you will do too. So he said, my next test involved mixing of very different jigsaw puzzles together on one table. One was a Bob Ross original. Oh, cutting it up. That I cut up with an X-Exacto. Why do we need that detail? Why do we need what kind of a knife he used? We really don't do it. And the other was a picture of himself taken at the 1918 World Fair. How old is this man? I mean, this is like a recent article. Yeah, this is like from the 1st of March this year. God. Anyway, so what is a picture of himself? I mean, really, you've got to sit there and assemble one of his slideshows from his trip to wherever people go. Ridiculous. So here's the thing, and asked them to assemble the 2 original pictures. Okay, so they've got to sift through all this stuff. And the point was then, if they refused and told him it was a pointless task, it meant they were a go-getter who didn't waste time with frivolous time seeks. Yeah, or they're just with a passion for that kind of shit. I'm here for a fucking job interview. What are you going to do? There is 46,000 pieces to it. And they would have to spend the requisite 10 hours putting it together. Who the hell is going to sit there? What would they do over? Do they stay over in the office? Do you have this person in your office for the next 10 hours? Yeah. What does this prove? Yeah. It proves you've got very little. I think just the natural thing, if I'm not crazy, is to say, no, I am not doing that. Why would you do your own fucking puzzle? But if they did spend that 10 hours getting the 46,000 pieces, that sounds like a nightmare. There are go-getters. Well, everybody's a go-getter, according to this, who is willing to drop everything, especially their sanity, to get a job done. Yeah, but really, longevity, that person's going to burn out or go crazy, isn't it, really? That's, he had another test. He says the test helped him to figure out who has the right attitude for the advertised role, allowing him to hire a motivated person who will try their utmost with every task. Oh, so he's looking for the latter. He's not looking for the go-getter that actually won't waste time on your stupid stuff. He's looking for a go-getter who'll just blindly follow instructions, even if it means you've got to put 46,000 jigsaw puzzle over 10 hours. My goodness me. No, I'd be out of that office. I'm sure there might be a few of you there that'd be with me. He said back in the early 50s when Truman was still the emperor, okay, and jobs were given out like candy. As if there's a problem with that. As if, all this jobs, too many jobs, far too many jobs. I thought that might be a good thing, but clearly not. Given out like candy because of the economic boom after the Second World War, and candy was given out like jobs and so on and so forth. I get that the thing. But did he apologize? No. No, not at all. I was hiring a manager for a small company. He says called IBM. Sorry, I'm not saying. I was hiring a manager for a small company you may have heard of, IBM. One of the low-key flexes. You might have heard of them, IBM. Right. I'm out. I'm out with this guy, and I'm out with that. Yes. Oh God! It was my responsibility to enlist only the best candidates, so I was forced to come up with lots of subtle personality tests to determine the best person for the job. If I remember correctly, women were not allowed jobs until the 80s. Even really? Okay. I remember my mother working in the 80s, but I guess that's English, isn't it? So I don't know if it's different. One of the first things I do with a candidate is lay a salt lick and a lemon drop on the table in front of them. And I would ask them which piece of candy they wanted. Are you stupid? Remember, if you would, that the candy was given out like jobs, and it was a not so subtle metaphor for a job. If the candidate reached for the salt lick, they were a go-getter. Always a bloody go-getter. Go-getters, no matter what. No matter who turns up, they're go-getting. Getting them in a go. Excellent use of the word twat waffle there, of course. And in case if you need to sign it to anybody, it is, of course, twat waffle. That's how you sign twat waffle. So, every day's a school day. So if the candidate reached for the salt lick, they were insane. They were a go-getter, of course, who was willing to do anything to please me. Yeah, but you didn't say, go and lick the salt. Did you? You didn't say, do that. It was like, reach for the can. If they reached for the lemon drop, they were a go-getter, of course, who was willing to make their intentions to be hard and diligent work. No. Who were keen to make their intentions to be a hard and diligent worker? No. Well, that was a bit of a tricky one. So essentially, you go get no matter what. But I would walk back out. What happened to the, can you do the job? I mean, you're working for IBM. Do you know computers? Can you do the codey thing? No. It's, what did you choose? Salt lick. Oh, it's one of the tests that Google actually is a question. Why are manhole covers circular? There you go. Without Googling that, if you can. Why are manholes circular? Question they ask you at Google. Anyways, speaking of strange things that are happening, I wonder, we're leading back in a slightly cyclical way to, of course, the fact that I am now a busy person. So I'm trying to so I can try and see what's going on in the thing. And of course, there is some news that good old what is it, Satan Man? I think he calls himself, has removed fingers. Yes, indeed, he has removed his fingers. If you are aware of this man, this is Diablo, also known as the Human Satan. Yes, here he is. Delightful. Look, he's got matching sunglasses. He's left a bit of super glue on there. He could have done that a bit more. It's not very neat, is it? Good saying. So a man known as the Human Satan has shocked his Instagram followers after sharing that he's had some of his fingers removed and is starting the process of turning them into claws. My goodness me. The heavily tattooed man known as Human Satan is due to his extreme body transformations. I think it's definitely transformation rather than modification, is it? Says he's had his fingers amputated in an attempt to turn his hands into claws. My goodness me. And I was quite interested. They didn't show the picture. And I was like, well, I need to see. I need to see what this sort of hand claw is looking like. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, it will not spoil your brunch. It is fairly sanitized. It's broadcast sport on this platform, so it's PG-13. So I'm going to pop over there and see what it looks like. And here it is. I mean, okay, number one, where the hell is this? I mean, really, you've had a couple of fingers removed. And this, I mean, what is this? Looks like an old safe or something. And that's just a bit of old, like, masking tape. Really? Where the hell is this going on? Dude, that makes funny. He is, I don't know, I think he's similar age to me, actually. He's in his 40s. Yeah, there he's 49. Wow, that's one hell of a midlife crisis, that, isn't it? I would stick to the leather trousers and Harley Davidson. But yeah, look at that. That is awful, isn't it? There's friendly advice. Go and get your head checked. It will help. If they could reach it, I mean, they get to it. But yes, there he is, the amazing Satan man. Too many fingers removed. There you go. So, on that delightful note, if you need anything piercing, let me know. Or tattooing, whatever you like. If it's fleshy and I can stick something in it, then I'm your man. Right, so then, thank you so much for joining me today. It's Wednesday Hump Day, of course. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure, as always, to see you. Thank you for turning up. Always nice. And, of course, I hope you enjoyed the video that will be dropping this evening, the full-length WoW version of the video. Some things people do. They do, don't they, Bruce? We're doing them things then, people. Woo. Anyways, so I will be saying goodbye now. Thank you so much for joining me. Huge love to all of you out there for doing that. Thank you for your comments. Please do like, subscribe, share, flap a few things, twiddle some knobs, chuck stuff at your mates. And until I see you again, do please stay beautiful, love to Mothry, and you take care of yourself.